We are live. Welcome back to another episode of the Ratchet Ramblings podcast brought to you by the CSPN. I am one half of your host, Jeremy, aka Black Dante, aka Confucius, aka Fuck Van, aka Pray for Tierra, aka the doctor should have installed some sense into Moniece when the doctor did her titties. And as always, I'm joined by my friend and my co-host.
It is your girl Candace, aka Intense Desire, aka Cobra on and strap on. Let's stop playing.
Yeah,
Boy.
yeah. That's it. You have no more cake. And if you could tell by that extra set of laughter you hear, we are joined today by one of our good friends. You have heard you have heard us on his podcast, Gay Side Stories. Check out gaysidestories.com. I put the link in the show notes for this episode. We are joined by our great friend, y'all. He is not 1 ounce of shit, but he is a wonderful human being and we love him. We are joined by our man Curtis.
What's up, y'all? It's Curtis, aka Trilificent, aka Coon Loaf. Y'all remember me, aka Nigga Bread, aka Darky Fakasha. That's my favorite. AKA Don't Text Me WID Monday through Friday between the hours of 7 and 4. You motherfuckers.
Hey,
I'm very happy to be here too. Yeah.
And we are happy to have you, man. This is me and Curtis have been pre-gaming for a while, waiting for Candace, and I'm just gonna tell you, we had so much fun pre-gaming, and when Candace got here, y'all, this might be one of our best episodes yet. This finna be some big ass shit. We are happy to have you, man. If real quick, with a little church announcements for the people that maybe are quite unmoisturized and don't know him, for maybe potential new listeners, just give them a bit of the history of your show and what it's about, and anything else you want to get out before we get to these bad wigs and bad um, nigger breads, if you will.
Yeah, well, like I said, my at name used to be Coon Loaf. I think that's when a lot of people were most familiar with me. And my show, Gay Side Stories, is basically a podcast where I have conversations about LGBTQ issues and some normal issues that I think affect everyone. Doesn't matter what you identify as. And I have different people on my show pretty much weekly, and we have different conversations about different topics, about different sects of the LGBTQ spectrum. I really try to highlight that and be, pro my brothers and sisters and my non-binaries, and have those conversations that I don't hear that often when I listen, because I listen to a lot of podcasts, but I saw a lane where I don't hear a lot of the conversations that I think should be going on. So I wanted to add to the spectrum. So that's what I do on my show. And I appreciate you guys. You guys came through. We had an awesome conversation about allyship. So, it's, even though it's called Gay Side Stories, I know how niggas are. It ain't all gay shit all the time. Most of the time, but not all the time.
And yeah, which brings me to like one thing like that I recently saw in the news. Like, so Spelman is in fall of 2018, they're going to be admitting transgender women.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Black people, please stop patting yourself on the back for shit that you should have been doing. Wow, good for Spelman. Like, what? No, not like this shouldn't have never been an issue in the first place.
Why is
Like
it good for
when we
Spelman?
make some when there's some progress being made towards our gay and trans brothers and sisters, just shut up. Allow them to celebrate it. You don't need to be celebrating shit. Just shut up. Jesus Christ.
Niggas gonna nig.
Yeah. I'll piggyback off that just real quick. And of course, because I saw this, I I didn't see much of the conversation about it on Twitter, but I did see the comments in the articles I read, and of course, most of them were from Black people. We Black folks, we gotta cisgender Black folks, we gotta do better, because the comments I saw was fucking disturbing and trash, and we know, I know folks get mad or tired of, the analogies and the comparisons, but as long as they're relevant, we're going to continue to make them. Had it been some racism or some racist shit, we would be mad at white folks being racist in the comments. So it's long overdue in time for us to do better. Like, we can't, it's morally, it's irreprehensible for us to be getting all information about race, but then when it comes to LGBTQ issues, then we become, because of our privilege, we become the white people in those situations. The goal shouldn't be to be as equally fucked up as how white people have been to everybody. The goal should be to recognize, well, sometimes we become the white people in certain situations and strive to be better and not perpetuate that shit onto our own people at these different intersections of race, sex, and gender identity and so forth. And with that said, I think we can dive into what y'all came here to do and listen to, and that's for us to talk about all these ratchet motherfuckers on VH1.
I'm excited. So, I like being on other people's shows because I get to talk shit. Like, I talk a little bit of shit on my show, but it's not really formatted for that.
You get to let your hair down.
Yeah, this show all about talking shit.
Exactly. That's why I'm glad to be here. Let the shit talking begin.
If you have nowhere else to drag, we here to let you drag.
Yeah,
because there's plenty of dragging to be doing.
That's all we do.
It's well-deserved dragging.
All right, so we got to start it off with our usual mention of whatever the fuck happened on Football Wives.
I did not watch Football Wives this week, but from the preview that I saw, it looked like Michael Vick told Kiafa, look, if you're going to always be in some shit, we can move. Now sit your down.
Curtis, we was pre-gaming. Curtis actually did, and he got a few notes. And when I say few, I really mean few.
Very few. Very, very few.
Go ahead.
But you absolutely right, Candace. Michael Vick was like, I mean, this shit, we can be like the Sims and use a cheat code and we can move. But I'm not, you got me out here. I ain't even talking to my homeboy. We trying to do business together, and you in there with a bunch of bullshit. Kiafa in there trying to cook and shit, and he wasn't trying to hear that shit. She in there crying. I'm like, girl, what the fuck? Like, you look the fuck stupid. Do you understand that you look the fuck stupid? The check must be nice, because I don't understand Michael Vick agreeing to this, but that ain't my marriage.
Yeah, I still am very confused about, because the first episode, Kiafa, like, I kind of liked her, especially when she got on his head about the Kaepernick comments. But as the show went on, I'm just like,
she annoying as shit.
She is retarded. Like, listen, like I think I said it on the previous show, but messing with the Stacy girl when clearly she wasn't stalking nobody because that man married her ass. Shut up and go mind your goddamn business.
Right.
Get you some business. Find it. It has eluded you. Use your iPhone. They have an app. They have Find My iPhone. They need to make an app, Find My Business, and you need to be the first subscriber.
Right.
Yes, immediately.
Need to be making,
especially when you pregnant and he's supposed to, with a high risk pregnancy, you're supposed to be sitting down and shutting the hell up.
Right. I told Curtis this pregame. It's like Kiafa is trying to be Shawnee and Jackie at the same time, and it don't work.
All right. And I told Jeremy, I said she's trying to be the Regina George, but Michael Vick is like Katie's parents. So you can't be the head bitch in charge if your parents don't play that. And Michael don't play that shit. So what do you do?
Michael Vick is not with the shits. Like
he done been through enough in his black ass life. He don't need no foolishness from his wife also. But at the same time, y'all on this show. So it's like, what is the truth?
Right.
I remember in one of the episodes, he overheard her talking about Stacy, and he was like, Kiafa, cut it short. And I was like, oh, he don't
Listen,
play shit.
after he snatched her wig, he left the kitchen and he was like, "We done recording. Turn the cameras off."
Right.
He was in there dabbing her eyes and shit. And I'm like, "You girl, you just look foolish."
Right.
But let me say this. Let me preface the rest of this by saying that this is the only episode of Baller Wives that I watched because the previews did not make my dick hard. So I was like, I don't know if I want to dedicate 4 hours of my life trying to catch up. So I only watched this episode, and it turns out that this was a good decision because it's trash. I was just
It's
like,
pretty dry.
It's like softcore porn, but drama version. I'm just like, I mean, y'all trying, but
yeah, it's the same shit they try to do with Basketball Wives. Like, take you to the edge of drama and then don't ever push you over. Get the fuck out of here.
Right. Like,
if
we
you push me off a cliff, bitch, push me. Don't keep nudging me off the cliff. Just go. Like,
push me off the edge like how Jamie did Brand.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Like, we came for the rated R drama. We don't want this PG drama. Y'all ain't serving shit. But I will say,
don't like seeing Miko Grimes look like a kneecap and act like one.
Listen, like, so I was telling Jeremy in the pregame last week when I was listening to the show and you was going on about, I was like, she fine, but she not fine. I didn't know who you were talking about until I watched the show.
Oh, you get it?
I watched it and I was just like, it's like, first of all, you look like a stork, and I'm not sure what's going on here.
But and then it's like you're not ugly, but you
she's
do
not
look like
ugly.
A stork.
But you do look like a stork, and your titties are too big for your frame.
And they some nice titties too, but they too big for a frame.
Yeah, your titty, like you don't have the shoulder width for them big ass titties, sis.
It's very conflicting. It taunts you because you want to be like, man, this funny looking bitch, this funny looking fine bitch out of here.
That's it exactly. I told Jeremy she looked like a sim, and that's exactly what she looked like. Like, you get on the Sims and then you pull out the titties and make the titties real big, but you don't want your sim to be fat, so you make them too damn small for them big ass titties. I was like, she looked like God was like, let me click random, and then she just came out. I was like, damn. But she not ugly.
She not.
But she funny. I don't know.
It's weird. It's very weird. Like, every week I'm conflicted because like she and like speaking of her titties, like her titties are so nice to look at. They really are. But
they're immaculate. But then you have to take the rest of it with the titties, and it's just like, is this really what I want to do with my eyesight?
Right. It's like you paid full price for the titties, and then like got the rest of the body at a bargain sale.
But let's talk about that fashion show shit. Oh, one more thing about Miko though. I'm like, I don't understand why she's trying to be everybody's like kindergarten teacher. Like, you are not Miss Frizzle. Like, you need to sit down. Seats are free and you need to have one.
Right, she's trying to be everybody's goddamn sugar mama. Like, that ain't your job.
Yeah, she's trying to be every woman and ain't nobody here for it. Sit the fuck down somewhere.
She's trying to be every woman with no women.
That fashion heavy air quote show.
Man, that shit was they call that shit fashion. They got all that shit from goddamn Dollar Tree.
First of all, I'm not trying to knock anybody's hustle, but I'm a little confused on how you are having a fashion show about some cover-ups, because it looks like you just went and took some sheets and cut them up and threw them over these girls' shoulders. Like, where's the fashion? Like, you literally went to Joann's Fabrics, got the fabric, and draped it over them wearing bathing suits.
And that's it.
But, you know, whatever. You know, she married to a gremlin, so I guess she got to try to do whatever it is that she.
Like, they call some shit they got at Ross some damn high fashion. And that's not a knock on Ross, because I've seen some women get some nice dresses and shit.
Oh, yeah. Ross got some nice stuff, but Ross also got some cheap stuff. Let's not mince words. Let's not play games.
Right. Like, you can call this what it is. It's not high quality fashion. Like, you got this. Like, this is some shit you got from fucking well, wherever the fuck you got it from, it wasn't high fashion. I'll say that.
Right. Listen, I only got 2 more thoughts because the show was boring. I'm probably not gonna watch no more of it because I mean, it's like KFC biscuit dry, and I could have a V8 instead. But I will say this, Crystal, I don't know where the fuck you were raised, where you think you can be somebody's +1 to an event and then invite other bitches to it, but
no.
You need your ass beat for that, and then trying to play dumb, talking about it's because that she had cornrows. Don't nobody give a fuck about her having cornrows. You don't invite people to somebody else's event without RS. If you have to RSVP to get in, that means you don't invite people. That's what the fuck RSVPing is for. You dizzy bitch. Like, what the fuck? And Miko knew that too, but she be trying to be everybody's friend. I don't know what she be doing. And then my other thought on Baller Wives, aka Football Wives, aka y'all need to sit down somewhere, is I have some concerns about Kiafa's face in the confessionals because her makeup, I'm not sure what's happening, but her face is always like several shades lighter than the rest of her body. And I don't really have time for her to be trying to look like an MLK.
Solar eclipse.
She looks like a MLK Boulevard version of Corpse Bride, and I don't really know what's happening, so I don't have time for that. And that's really it. The rest of the show, I was like, I mean, ain't nobody fighting, and then there was this whoever that dark skinned lady was, I guess, that threw the drink on whatever. That show is boring.
Yeah, it is. It is. You can get get all the info you need from Football Wise and from me and Candace's bland ass views of it each week.
The main thing you can take from this episode is Kiafa Vic thinks she big shit, and Michael ain't got time for that shit.
Right.
And he let it be known. Like, that was the highlight of the show. And that's sad.
You know what it is? Is Mike, she is that person that's trying to tell you all the tea about what happened on Facebook, and Mike is like, I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Right. It's like when you with somebody, like you got a girlfriend or whatever, and they want to come home and tell you about the bitches at work, and you sitting there trying to be supportive, but at the same time you like, but you was wrong from jump.
Exactly.
That's Baller Wives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Literally.
Exactly. All right, so let's get in the words of Curtis, let's get to the meat and the potatoes. So do y'all want to start with Love and Hip Hop, or do y'all want to go ahead and do y'all want to do Black Ink or Love and Hip Hop?
Let's go with Black Ink.
Okay. Yeah, you know what I think that would be best. Let's go with Black Ink. So
I'll start.
Go ahead.
Hey, Van, you big bitch. Hey, get your daughter a goddamn tutor. How you claiming to be a hands-on father and don't know what your kid doing in school till they bring an F home on their report card?
Right, and learn how to braid some fucking hair. Like, what the fuck?
Learn how to read. You probably can't read. That's why she had to read her grades to you. She should have told you she had straight A's because you wouldn't have known the difference.
Right, but let me say this.
Sack of shit.
Let me say this. So first of all, I don't see it for Van because he reminds me of somebody that I don't like, but I can't remember who. So I'm annoyed double on that. But number two, Van, he just looks like he needs to exhale. Like, Van reminds me of when I bought a new mattress and they shipped it to me, but it was rolled up in like a box.
Okay.
And you know how you have to cut the box open and let the mattress breathe. That's what Van looks like to me.
It's like an unrolled mattress.
Yes. He just looks like he needs to exhale and let that shit breathe.
Yeah, I really don't see it for Van because I don't like men who pretend to be hands-on fathers when they know they aren't. Like
this
every
time,
this not the first time his daughter done brought home some terrible ass grades. Let's point that out,
right?
Because she came home with some shitty grades earlier in the season. So, yeah, like, at what point do you sit down with her mama and try to get her goddamn grades? First of all, I hated gym. I pretty much been fat my whole life. but my mother would have beat the brakes off me for bringing the F home to gym. Let's get that out the way. I don't care how you how you built. Ain't no black parents accepting no effing gym.
You can pretty much pass by just changing out into some gym clothes.
Exactly.
Listen. My mother was like, "Hey, I don't give a fuck about no hair. You better go get your ass in that pool. You better do what the fuck you gotta do. Cause if the school call me, I'm gonna beat your ass." So it's like, like Curtis said, you literally could just get a C for showing up to gym. Right. That's just for showing up.
I'm trying to figure out where's the hands-on part, because clearly this girl's going through it over this breakup.
Because Jen was more of a parent to that nigga to her than he was.
Right. But that's where her mama at, because
I wanted that too.
Yeah.
It's not common to bring home F's in a black household. Let's be honest about that. Like, if you got two committed hands-on parents, F's don't exist in their household. And so I don't understand. Like, my mother knew when my swimming thing was in gym, when we had the swim portion of the semester, and she made sure that my hair was done accordingly. So, like, how hands-on is Van and the mama that they don't know this girl's gym schedule and shit? Like, 2 + 2 not adding up. She had an F in gym and a D in something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like
science.
Yeah. Like, the school not calling?
Right. Like, you don't get no progress reports, my nigga. What is happening?
Some of that milk ain't clean.
And nowadays everything is
clean.
Well, I mean, that's a given. His neck definitely looked like a dry rub for some brisket.
I know he stink. When he got out that car with that not gonna cry hair scarf on,
looking like Lady Olenna.
I knew that he smelled like pickled pig feet. I just knew it.
Right. I mean, I don't get it. And then I'm confused how y'all move so swiftly from the grades, which should have been the focus of the entire conversation.
So you like boys? What?
Right. I don't like the H's. I don't like. Oh yeah, that's my girl. We don't hang out with no hoe. You look the fuck stupid, sir. Are you stupid?
Yes,
you have to be.
Stupid.
You have to be. Stupid. You look the fuck foolish on TV. Your daughter is failing fucking gym,
and you worried about if she like boys. Your priorities fucked up. That's how I know you ain't no hands-on father.
Right.
The only thing Van is. Go ahead.
One thing for certain about girls is when they get interested in boys, ain't shit you can do about it. Okay.
Exactly.
I just, look, Van, we all know that the only thing you are hands-on with is a 2-piece and a biscuit. So you don't need.
Right.
You don't need to lie to kick it.
He has more. His jail time equals his child's age.
That's enough.
I mean, okay, cool, all right. I thought.
So also, Van did a tattoo and it was terrible.
Ooh, nigga! That was
when I saw that tattoo,
ugliest fucking tattoo.
Mad at Ryan for getting money because he's a terrible tattoo artist, and he needs to hitch a ride onto Ryan's back to try to break it because he is a terrible tattoo artist.
That was the ugliest fucking tattoo. I was like, Diamond, you really gonna let this nigga do this?
Remember when Mama D said Diamond vagina stank? That's just like a throwback ha moment.
Well, let me say this. I feel like we got confirmation that it must have some kind of odor, because there's no way you got out of that motherfucking chair and looked at that shit on your forearm and was like, "Oh my God, I love it. This is fantastic." That shit looked like.
Now I'm gonna always see my son name when I perform. Hey, let me tell you something. People have asked me, like, "Are you gonna get a tattoo pertaining to London?" Dog, I was in labor for 36 hours with London. I know what the hell she looked like. I don't need no tattoo. I don't need her name nowhere on me. She is living proof in my bank account every goddamn day. Right. I know she is. Right. Every day when I log into my bank app, and see shit coming out for her. I don't need no tattoo for London. London is a financial constant reminder that she is here and living and breathing.
But listen, I just because first of all,
what was her son's name? It was stupid.
Something with a P. Was it a
like
P?
Prince, I think. Prince.
Yeah, I think it was some P. That shit.
Princeton.
You know what that tattoo
bitches like? Love naming their kids after royalty. King, Princeton,
Black King. That damn tattoo, that damn tattoo that Van did look like those airbrushed hoodies that you get at the state fair.
Yeah.
Right. It looked like clip art from Word like 2000.
That tattoo literally looked like an artistic representation of who he is. Like it matched. It matched perfectly. It looked like shit.
But you know what? I didn't really expect much because Diamond came into the shop and her wig looked like all 32 flavors of the Bubba Young, and I was just like, girl.
It looked like it was knucking and bucking and ready to fight.
But why does she kind of look like Cardi B to me? Was it the makeup? I don't know.
It's like
she looked weird to me.
I mean, yeah, she looked weird. I don't know, but that tattoo was the fuck terrible.
If you got Cardi B at
her music,
if you had got Cardi B at Ross, it would be how Diamond looked.
Ross is generous.
Very. If you got Cardi B at City Trends,
I forgot about City Trends.
And we still have City Trends here, so
listen. I'm in Cleveland right now, and I'm thinking about going to City Trends tomorrow and see what's popping. I know I can find a Baby Fat shirt in City Trends.
Oh yes,
I guarantee it. I don't even think they make Baby Fat no more. That means City Trends getting Baby Fat from 2001 still.
Absolutely, and they got bars on the windows too.
Yes, because you're not gonna steal shit out of there. That's $13.99.
You sure the fuck not? Can we talk about Can we talk
about what?
I was just saying, y'all want to talk about Donna Ashley, or are we saving that for later?
No,
we can talk about them because I have some. I just have a quick few words. Dawn, you in danger, girl, because you are you married to a fake ass Phaedra Parks.
Oh my God, that is a perfect That's a perfect description of Ashley.
That's literally like every time I saw her on the screen, and it was like the more I watched of the season, it's like the more she's morphing into like the earlier season Phaedra, like the way her hair looked, the way her makeup looked, the way she speaks, and it's just like, sis, do you know who you married to? Like, do you know where you live and your situation? Do you know the things that life is showing you? Clearly, you do not.
Do you know where you going to?
Now,
first of all, so marriage does, like, how can I explain this? I don't know. Me and Mike discussed a lot of shit before we actually got married. Like, we discussed kids and we discussed, our goals for the future and things that we want to achieve together and separately. So seeing Don and Ashley just freestyle a whole marriage is very scary, because when people get married, you always want to see it last. But like, they shit does not look like it's going anywhere anytime soon. Like, they look like they're gonna be like divorced in the next year or so. Like,
it looks like they need to be divorced in the next year, because they're incompatible from everything. I'm the only thing I'm seeing that they are on the same page about is sex.
And not even that, because Don don't even look like he be wanting to give her none. She just be complaining.
She be taking it.
Remember that
segment they had? You obligated to give me sex. Like, Jesus Christ, bitch, take a day off, please. Like, people like Ashley are scared because in their mind, marriage is like a fairy tale. Like, or
a dictatorship and ownership, because she act like she owned him, and shit, 70% of their problems, like just because you married to this man does not mean you own him and he has to lay down everything for you. Like that's not how a relationship works. I don't even know how y'all got.
If you and Don had a point, if you tell me that you want to quit your job to be a stay-at-home mom, so I gotta pick up the slack, somebody not getting no dick every night.
Right.
Period.
Also,
and you damn sure ain't getting no $1,400 motherfucking stroller. Have you lost your mind?
We should have asked her, do you got stroller money? Do you got $1,400 stroller money? Should have asked like a mama asking, do you got McDonald's money?
He should have done it like that SpongeBob meme.
Do you got all-terrain stroller money, Ashley?
Right. Like, I want to know, because she, you know, and like low key, she got Cersei qualities to me too. Cause it's like Jamie. I mean, not that damn Jamie. Donna tell her one thing, and it'll be reasonable. Which, by the way, Don being reasonable is scaring the fuck out of me. Like, what? Like him being reasonable and logical and making sense. Like, it don't feel right. It don't feel right at all.
That whole church storyline is
things. One or two things happen when you got a Don. Either they get married and they are worse than they was before they got married, or they get married and they take marriage seriously and they want to have a good marriage. So Don seems to be veering down the want to be a good husband path, but Ashley is the asshole in the situation now.
She definitely is. Like, whoever is writing her lines for her, you need to have a Coke and a smile. Like, you need to calm down.
They need to write somebody to pluck that goddamn part in them wigs. Okay.
And throw that shade of red lipstick away, because that is not her friend.
That's that church lady red lipstick. Old ass lady who always got Werther's in her purse. That's that red lipstick.
And you know, like I said, because she a fake ass phager, she look like she wear white diamonds.
She probably do. Hey, my mother still wear white diamonds. Don't you shade her like
I'm not shading.
She got a white diamonds gift set on her dresser right now. I'm about to throw that shit away. She said she keeping her white diamonds out. She on my neck because I'm making fun of her about her white diamonds. She said, "My fucking Candace, I'm keeping my white diamonds." Hey, listen, it's hilarious you said white diamonds because I had just walked past her dresser and seen a whole gift set.
Oh shit.
That shit funny. I'm on the floor. My mother is hilarious. Dang.
Mama Candace, ladies and gentlemen.
She talking about she got a dresser full of white diamonds. She be spraying that shit on. I just walked past this shit. I stopped, looked, and was like, white diamonds? Girl. I got about 3. It's literally, it's like a bath set. Like, who the fuck is making bath sets of white diamonds? Y'all.
And I'm about to drink some Tito's on that shit.
She about to have a shot of vodka on me because I done talked about her white diamonds. So if y'all don't get a glimpse of where I get it from, you just got one. And my mother is equally as hilarious as me, probably more so.
Hey, we gonna name the episode White Diamond.
This episode is hereby named White Diamonds.
Oh shit.
On the floor.
Oh god.
Hey, I'm telling you, when Curtis said it, like the shit just almost slid off the couch because I was like, hey, she got a gift set of white diamonds on their dresser. Hey, she needed that dragon.
It's like as soon as I said that shit, all I heard was "fuck y'all."
My mother said was like, when she heard White Diamond, she was like, well, ain't that some shit?
Oh God!
Hey, if y'all don't fuck with this podcast, y'all crazy, because that shit is hilarious. This whole little piece of the podcast is gold.
Yes.
This shit comedic gold.
Oh damn!
Oh God.
Look, at
Hey,
first,
but you know what? This how we know Ashley is psychopath, because she really is. She do look like she wear white diamonds.
She does.
Weird. She just. You know what? Why would you? When you talk about having more babies and y'all finances not in order, or when you want to have more babies and your finances not in order, that's something you need to fucking discuss with your husband.
Right. And quitting your job right before you plan to get pregnant without telling
Dog,
him
how
is foolish.
Like, that was the perfect time to save some goddamn money.
Save some bread. Like, okay, this for my baby. You could have put up with it for another year, put some money away, and then had your baby.
And that's
I would have been like, Don, I want to have another baby, so I want to work really hard for the next year. We work really hard, get a good savings going, and then after the baby, you know, I would like to be a stay-at-home mom. She literally said, I want to quit my job, and then got pregnant immediately after. That is the dumbest shit.
But like I said, that to me, it looked like she planned it, because there was one little confession where she was like, oh, I got a trick up my sleeve, or something stupid she said, acting like Phaedra. And then that's why she wouldn't let Don's dick get a night off, because she was trying to get pregnant.
Right. But
sorry. And then when she told him, that's a psycho. He is living with the psycho, because the way she was laughing, like she was the motherfucking Joker from Batman, from all the Batman movies that the Joker did.
I think that's why Don looked the way that he looked, because he was like, what?
I would have been looking like that too. Like, this bitch is nuts.
Not even that. She told him, after she told him she didn't spend a ton of money just ordering shit that they didn't need.
You pregnant. Why the fuck are you buying glittery vases that you can get from Ross?
Hey, listen, I will never forget that episode. I don't know if it was last season or it was the season when she found out he had the baby on her, when they had just bought that house together. And I just remember seeing wood picture frames, plastic picture frames, and metal picture frames on the wall scattered about. And I was like, how the fuck are y'all? How you talking like you big money and your picture frames don't match? None of them match.
Not only that, it looked like y'all don't even have a full house full of furniture. Like, it looked
like they got a yard, honestly.
It looks like they still eating off of old folding card tables.
Yeah, it do look like they using lawn furniture as regular furniture.
Exactly. So I'm confused by the whole thing. And then she in the shop, like, they just got it like that. I'm like, this nigga just learned how, like, he's pierced one belly button, and you think y'all can afford a $1,300 stroller? Like, are you stupid?
Yes, she is.
I just want to know if anybody could tell Ashley, listen, bitch, hey, tell me what you need an all-terrain stroller for, so just so you could walk up to 9 Mag and make sure Don not fucking Charmaine.
Because that's all you're going to use it for. Or chasing behind Nikki while she chasing behind Ford. That's all you're going to be doing.
Exactly.
Your ass going to be power walking and shit.
They are like the goof.
Power walk that part off.
Her and Nikki are like the goofiest and gallant of pick-me-eves.
Listen, Nikki's so damn annoying.
Hey, Nikki, I thought he was gonna break up with me. Last episode. I got excited. I was like, ooh. I started doing my shoulder and shit like an old nigga in the club. Ooh, hit him with the shoulders. And then he talk about, I need to open up to you more. No, you don't. Hey, relationship do not mean that you entitled to stick your nose in a family business, especially when y'all not fucking married.
And you spazzing out at every opportunity. Like, every time, every scene that she's in, she's spazzing the fuck out. Like, if I'm a recording or whatever for it's supposed to be, because Jeremy laughed.
It ain't no rap.
Jeremy laughed when I was trying to give him his flowers earlier.
Look,
during the pregame.
You tried to call him a rapper?
No, I was speaking as if I was 4, And I said if I was an up and coming artist, and then Jeremy laughed for like 5 minutes. So my point being, if I'm doing anything like what 4 is doing, I'm not about to have my significant other constantly spazzing out, making me look bad at every fucking venue we go to. You out in the motherfucking parking lot pulling off wigs, and now granted, that wig needed to be pulled off. That wig,
it definitely did.
Was tired.
It needed to be pulled, but when he told her to leave it alone,
she should have left it alone. And I mean, I get it. Nikki's tall, she fine, she got hips for days, she got ass for days, but all of that extra, all of that
she
like
crazy,
acting like Scrappy doing shit, you can leave that shit at home.
I think that's why Ford was mad. It was like he didn't mind like her sticking up for him, but like Candace said, if he telling Janelle to leave it alone and and to not come around my shop and shit and all that shit, that goes for you too. Like that didn't need to happen at the shop. Like you act niggas.
I think that I don't mind Nikki going to bat for 4. What I do mind is she going to bat for 4 because she think everybody want to fuck for her. Like that's what's weird to me, because like I think I said this last week, I don't get a groupie vibe from Janelle. I get I want some TV time vibe. Like she using 4, but it ain't because she trying to be with him. She just trying to be on TV. I don't think that girl related to 4 none whatsoever. Not even a little bit. But I don't think it have nothing to do with her trying to screw him. Because let's be honest, if she was trying to do that, she could have did that off camera.
Right. She could have done that. I mean, she could have been upfront about it, but it's clear that she needs some TV time because she need a check, because her wigs need to be upgraded, because what happened in the parking lot was unacceptable.
That wig was not tied down.
That wig put in a 16-hour shift and it was ready to go home and put its feet up and soak in the bathtub.
And it was not able to. It got dragged into the trenches.
It surely did. But my thing,
that wig on active military duty.
Her wig,
it's doing a mud crawl. Her wig had the mud crawl back to her.
No, her wig is on. Her wig is collecting workers' comp at this point.
Her wig reminded me of how Treasure got her wig pulled.
Sure enough, dude. Treasure wig still in Jamaica.
Still in Jamaica.
Treasure
wig still in the sand.
That wig is got a cup. It's trying to collect change to get home.
It probably smell like white diamonds.
But my issue with Nikki and with Ashley is that they act like a relationship and marriage equals ownership. Like, you don't own these niggas. Y'all need to calm down. And as much as y'all holler about you want the men to communicate, y'all not doing no kind of communication except yelling and screaming and throwing shit and breaking shit. Like it's just
that's annoying. It's really annoying. It's annoying because as a woman, I always want to be able to paint the man as the beast in the picture, and they not giving me the opportunity.
They are definitely not.
I always want to be able to paint straight men as pieces of shit, and they definitely are not allowing this to happen this season. Because literally Four and Don are handling themselves with the level of grace that I never expected. Like, even after Don told Ashley in the story, like, hey, I want to make my money make sense. I want to save my money. I don't want to blow $1,300 on the stroller. I'd rather save this money up, stack some more money up, and then that. And she go, you just not excited about the baby. Bitch. What?
Well, first of all, it takes some time to warm up to a baby that I wasn't expecting. Number one. Number two, if you just announced that you pregnant and you already trying to send us to the poorhouse, I'm gonna have a problem with that. And he even told her, I just started piercing. It would be different if I had like 50 clients a day. I've done one. Where are we gonna get $1,300 for a stroller from?
Yeah, and then he just walked away. He ain't even keep arguing with her and blow up on her. He was like, "You're not listening. Let me get out of here."
Yep, very mature. He that was mature of him. And then when Four and Nikki had that, I was surprised. Like I said, I thought that he was gonna break up with her ass because she started boo-hooing and doing the ugly cry. But they had a very mature conversation, and I was surprised. But why did they have to go to the park to do it? I'm like, nigga, it's cold out here. What the fuck you bringing me to the motherfucking park to tell me this shit?
People who just start crying for no reason are typically psychopaths.
Well, we've seen how she acts, so good luck, everybody.
She started crying. She started crying like a woman.
She started crying because he said, "I just want to be able to sort stuff out sometimes with his own estranged father and estranged family." And she like, "Well, you need to let me in." Like, no, like if you never been through that, you don't understand how close to the heart you keep it, and you don't even try to understand. You just want to fight because you think somebody want to fuck him. Nobody wants Ford. Like Ford been an up and coming rapper since before Black Ink, and he ain't do nothing but screw you and Cat. So like, are you okay?
No, you're not.
We know the answer to that. I guess.
But when you like, but I'm gonna tell you this, that thing where like pretty privilege kicks in because you could be that crazy when you that fine. Like that's her past. Because if she wasn't as attractive as she is, she'd be lonely.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, especially with a nigga like Ford. Like he only putting up with it because she fine.
Mm-hmm. And she do hair upstairs.
Yeah, that too.
If she do hair, why everybody's wigs always? You know what? Cool. Nope.
Yep.
Damn it. These are the questions that need answers, but don't nobody have them. Not even Sway. So, so I guess we could get to. No, before we get to Cobra and Nick and what's that child Lily? Goddamn, Charmaine is determined to bully her way back into a job that she deserved to get fired from.
I'm tired of Charmaine. I was telling Jeremy this in the pregame. Like, Charmaine is fucking annoying, and Danielle and Charmaine together are annoying. I don't know what the fuck.
Can I say that their relationship is creepy? Like the way they act with each other, for them to be blood cousins is really strange.
Listen, because they be damn near about to finger each other in the shop, and I'm just like, what is happening? Like,
yeah, something in the water not clean with them, because I don't like, you got to be an inbred to be grinding up on your cousin at your place of employment.
They think they're the Targaryens.
Listen, they think
you going through
Game
of Thrones withdrawal so goddamn bad. You got Game of Thrones reference for every right situation.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I got no shame. I hopped in on the bandwagon and binged that shit and caught up. I have no shame. You can judge me not, goddammit.
I can tell. But my thing with Charmaine is you have not shown any for the whole season. You have no professional courtesy. Because it wouldn't have been shit for you to go to Ryan and ask Ryan, hey, even if you don't want to ask, because I know how them niggas are, they think they're entitled to everything in the shop that they don't have any legal claim to.
Right.
You could have told him, hey, I'm going to try to interview the guys when they come in. That makes total fucking sense considering what your old job was, and it's Bone Thugs and Harmony. But what you don't do is come and bombard and bum rush people
with an impromptu interview. First of all, you bombarded Bone, well, one
like Bone
40% of Bone Thugs and Harmony,
right,
with an impromptu interview. Like they not, because they get paid for interviews and shit. So that's one.
Exactly.
And two, you deserve to get fired from your fucking job. Like take that one on the chin. Mm-hmm. You earn that.
Right.
You didn't get fired for no reason. Like you literally got fired because you knew you had to be in that event, did not show up on time, and when you showed up to the event, you look like hangover vomit.
Yeah, she definitely looked rolled hard and put away wet when she showed up. And then to add insult to injury,
hey, she showed up.
You show up
coat, some booty shorts, and a bathing suit. Like, bitch.
But then you show up to your ex-boss's office with some fucking champagne, talking about, oh, I thought you was just kidding. Like, she showed up like she was about to do the dance for you choreography from Beyonce's video. And I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you doing?
Hey, now that you say it, Charmaine was fully about to offer Johnny some sex for her job back.
And it's like, so first of all, sis, you barking up the wrong fucking tree. Clearly, he is a sis. He not trying to sniff nothing that you got. Second of all, even if he was
trying to suck the bumper off a Cadillac, Charmaine, he don't want you.
Right. Like y'all batting for the same team. Like he wants what you like. Y'all like the same thing.
And two, let's be like, so while the women on Black Ink look like they take baths, they are built terribly. Like, hey, not now one of the women on Black Ink Chicago is shaped nicely except for Nikki.
Right.
Because you know what, you're right. Because no, I'm not gonna say that because that's racist. But yeah, I agree.
We Black, we can't be racist. Say it.
No, you're not gonna get me dragged.
I think I know what you're thinking, and I'm on the floor. Hey.
There's one particular person that's new that I was like,
and they did a lot of putting on for it too. And I was like,
bitch, where? When a certain man on the show kept going on and on and on about how fine she was, and I had to pause the screen, and I was just like,
would that happen to be a certain young man who we may or may not be talking about a little later on?
Yeah.
Look, I told y'all Junior act like he ain't never had no pussy before. I told you.
That's exactly that is how he act.
That's exactly how he act. He creepy to me. He reminds me of the kind of man that ends up that I'm gonna be watching on Investigation Discovery in a couple of years.
Hey, listen, me and Curtis, I think my mother got me started watching Investigation Discovery Channel.
That should be lit. It's terrible.
Me and Curtis got the illest ID addiction ever. Cause like we'll literally be on the timeline discussing the shows.
We do. That shit is so interesting. I mean, it's terrible because it's like real people have died. But it's interesting the way that they spin it. And let me tell y'all something. White people kill for anything. They don't give a fuck.
That's why I don't understand why they always trying to paint them like they good people. White people ain't shit.
They ain't shit. They kill for nothing. But like I said, I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna agree with your assessment that not everyone on the show is built. I mean, because I'm thinking about Ashley. Even the way she built like she was trying to. Like she built like
Ashley built like she was like God started making her thick, and he was like, "Fuck it."
She built
he got midway through.
Yeah, like her thickness was loading, and then God was just like,
She built like
work on Nikki.
She built like a hood snowman, kinda.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he was
it's thickness in the bottom, but then the further up you get, it's like, I mean, was there like an error, like a 404 error? Did y'all? I mean, did the computer update in the middle of before you were able to save your work? I don't know.
It got affected with malware.
Listen. But no, I think that was it for. I mean, I didn't have nothing else for Nikki and for.
All right, so goddamn Nikki and Cobra and Junior. First of all, then I'll pass it to y'all. First of all, who the fuck Nikki thinks she was getting Junior a key to somebody else's apartment?
You mean Lily? You talking about Lily?
Lily.
All right, yeah, Lily.
So I'm still confused about the conditions of Lily staying with Cobra. Like, is she paying rent, or is she allowing this girl to stay rent free because she thought they was gonna scissor, or the circumstances by which Lily has begun shacking up with Cobra is really weird to me. And also, all the time they have been spending together is also really strange, especially for Lily to have a boyfriend.
A whole boyfriend. And y'all all work at the same fucking place.
Right.
Me and my mother was discussing. I was just like, first off, one, I'm never moving in with my coworker. That's first and foremost. And I'm definitely not moving in with my coworker and then screwing my other coworker on the kitchen counter.
And giving him a fucking key. Like, this nigga came in like his name was on the lease.
Right. He came in like daddy's home, bitch.
And I bullshit y'all not. I was waiting for Cobra to get up and be like, "You want to try that again, Playboy?" Because
I'm trying to figure out how Nikki is even messing with Junior when that nigga told the whole shop like, let's slow down when you needed somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, granted, she had only been there for like 40 seconds. But
nigga said, whoa, let's slow down here. We just started dating.
But we don't know his
we
don't know his living situation, because I high key feel like Junior is sleeping on somebody's basement couch.
Probably a stay-at-home son.
Yeah.
Right. Probably.
Yeah.
He just something about him. It's just like he's trying to be a good guy.
He Mexican too, right? He probably stayed with 12 people.
Yeah.
He's some kind of Latin. I'm not sure what he is, because I'm not sure what Lily is. But yeah, I'm just like, and y'all so
she is Mexican, because remember she said the Mexican drug cartel killed her.
Oh yeah. You're right.
They ain't had no insurance, I see.
You're right. And I should have Googled to make sure it's true, because you know what, I'm gonna own up to this moment of ain't shitness, because when she told that story and she started crying, I laughed.
I did too. I was like,
okay. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't just me. It was just I was caught off guard.
I laughed because you like the Mexican the cartels put so much fear in the hearts of people that if that was true, you wouldn't be talking about it on national TV.
I wouldn't. I would never mention that shit.
I'd be like, what, Dad? My mother was artificially inseminated.
Okay, I sprung up out of the ground like a motherfucking dwarf from Lord of the Rings.
Stork dropped me off. Thank you.
I ain't got no daddy. I ain't had no daddy around when I was growing up.
I would have been like Tierra Marie.
Shit.
I ain't got no friends.
You got me full circle fucked up. But then I'm like, so he comes in, and I'm not gonna lie, they both look musty to me, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, that sex looks like is not attractive at all.
No.
Any woman who feel comfortable enough to throw up in a cup at a work party, she musty.
I just, and then her living arrangements made me feel like she just wasn't able to bathe on a regular basis because of logistics. I don't know. The whole thing just was, it's like, okay, y'all so into each other that y'all can't walk the 5 feet to the bedroom. Y'all had to do this on the counter.
When Cobra was still right there.
I don't want no ass with my cornflakes. I want to be able to go eat.
Listen, I don't want to have to worry about
in my kitchen and not worry about if somebody left brown gold on the counter.
Right, like I don't want to have to worry that my food is going to get contaminated by fecal flakes. Like that's not conducive to a healthy living environment.
Not flakes, but fecal flakes.
Fecal flakes, because that ass wasn't washed. I don't give a damn what nobody say.
Hey, did you see her undergarments? Why they look musty?
My point exactly.
Lily had on the back in the day before sexy lingerie was a thing. She had on the nude color panties and bra. Like, what are you are in your 20s? Why are you wearing nude color panties and bra? She had on taupe colored panties and bra.
Because her grandmother ordered them from QVC.
That's enough.
Too much? Okay.
Huh. You know her grandma be running up that QVC credit. She ordered that shit from Finger Hut.
Sure did. With a credit account. She got a pair for the whole family.
I'm not being funny. I'm not about to be in my 20s wearing taupe colored panties and bra. Yeah, this is some shit I'm not about to do in life.
Like it just don't even go with the vibe. You got all these tattoos and shit.
Yeah, you trying to screw on the counter in church drawers.
And then we're not even gonna talk about Junior.
That's crazy.
We're not even gonna talk about Junior.
Junior look like he don't wash his dick.
He don't look like he washed nothing, but that's
Hey.
He don't look like. Let's just start there. He don't look. He don't look good. He don't look clean. He don't look like he washed. He don't look like he used deodorant. He just don't look.
He looked like he just shows up. That's what he looked like.
He just there, like he just an accessory to the background. Like he don't look like he belong anywhere.
Right. But I'm looking at the whole thing, and first of all, it's like this Lily and Cobra living together. Like we knew that was like a barefoot Contessa recipe for disaster. We already knew that.
Right.
But for you to
that was a Sandra Lee. That was a Sandra Lee pouring a drink recipe for disaster.
no, because there was a good recipe.
Oh, okay.
Because we ain't getting anyway. I don't need to talk about that white lady.
Curtis.
What?
Them recipes do be kind of trash, but let's continue.
Kinda, you being generous on tonight, and I don't understand why. Anyway,
when
that
people talk about her on Twitter, I'll be like, okay.
That painting scene that made me uncomfortable. And it didn't have anything to do with Cobra or her size.
Cobra
it was just
big ass came out. Listen, Cobra came out in that sheet looking like a used Kleenex.
God damn it, King.
Oh no. It just made me uncomfortable. And the whole thing, and it's just like, yeah, you a sexy bitch. You got big ass thighs, I'm gonna paint them. And I was just like, this seems weird. Like, are you like
what it was is that it didn't seem like Lily, and maybe this is just you know what for me what it was is that I don't believe Lily to be a genuine person because of her actions. So I kind of feel like she was just lying to Cobra.
I do feel like she's saying whatever she got to say to be able to stay in that nice ass apartment for free.
Yeah, like it really. There you go. It didn't seem like it was genuine at all to me.
Nope. And Cobra dumbass was falling for it. I'm just like, girl.
Yeah.
She like Lily was on some hobo. She a hobosexual.
Yeah.
Literally, well, shit. We saw it. We knew she was a hobosexual.
Yeah, and that's why, like, and that leads me to the fallout that her and Cobra had. Like, she dead ass didn't see why Cobra was upset.
She was like, "I don't see the big deal." Like,
and it's like your name is not on the fucking lease. That's what the big deal is, bitch.
Only people who could be having sex on the counter here is the ones paying rent.
Right.
The ones that's legally tied to the motherfucking space. That's who can fuck on the goddamn counters.
She was like, I don't see the problem. Look here.
And I'm petty because I would have been like, if at bare minimum, if you're gonna fuck on my counters, you need to fuck somebody fine. The double disrespect of you, first of all, fucking on my counters, and then you gonna fuck him. Maybe if it was like Ryan or Dawn, I'd have been like, I mean, it's still fuck y'all, but I mean, I kind of get it. But Junior, my nigga, no, sis, we're not doing this. You're not gonna disrespect me twice in one action.
If it would have been Ryan, it was like, I mean, well, y'all gonna let me watch? I mean,
right? I mean, if it was somebody fine, I'd have been like, now look, this the only time this gonna happen. And y'all gonna have to like pour a whole gallon of bleach on the counter when it's done, but I'm gonna watch. But Junior, I'd have been like, y'all need to get the fuck out of my house. Both of y'all. You take your granny panty. You take that whole
scene was musty.
Get out.
It was just musty and disrespectful. Like,
it really was.
Even if
I know everything about that state.
Even if she was paying rent, that still don't give you a right to do that in communal spaces if you living with somebody.
When your room is right
that's
there.
what really to me.
And didn't Cobra say she has 3 rooms? You have 2 spaces where you can slap the skins, and you gonna slap your salmonella on my motherfucking counters. You got to get out of my house.
You up here? Hey, she was up there slapping skins with goddamn Cobra trying to bake some cookies, my nigga. Like, what you doing?
Like,
you took the bottle, so I thought you wasn't coming back. Right. Listen, she lucky Cobra didn't go upside both their motherfucking heads.
I would have been like, both y'all got to get out.
Y'all got to go.
Everybody get my goddamn key back. That I told Junior, get my fucking key back.
That would have been first and foremost, and then I'd have been like Beyonce did. Farrah be like, we can send you your luggage, but you got to get out now.
And I'd have been like, and come get these cheap ass paintings up out my house.
Right. We didn't even. Oh, I guess we weren't going. No, they didn't even show us the painting that she did of Cobra, did they?
Mm-mm.
She had a fucking sheet on the whole time, but whatever. So the fight.
So we could go Google a picture of a Suburban.
I knew you was gonna say something like that. I knew you was gonna say something, but okay, the fight though.
I'm so disappointed in Cobra.
Cobra resembles my refrigerator, so I was expecting her to whoop ass, and what I got.
And then you know what was so disappointing for me is that Lily pushed her. She did the first blow, and then she swung and missed. And I'm expecting Cobra to take full advantage of that shit, and she didn't.
I'm like, Cobra, you know the way Cobra presents herself, it's like you should be able to fight, and you can't fight.
I was so damn disappointed.
It's hard.
She talking about.
Yeah, it's hard to fight when you don't know if you're trying to fuck or fight.
I was, that was the only thought in my mind because she was like, oh, and then I just put her in a hold. She told Ryan that, and I was like, so you just gonna lie like the cameras wasn't right there watching you get flattened? Like she damn near literally jumping on top of you. Like, girl, get out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah, but you know what though? You know what? Even after that, I still don't believe Lily can fight. I just think she crazy.
No, Lily, no. But nobody throwing no hands. Let's be clear about that. Nobody was throwing hands.
I think it was more of a because I'm still disappointed. I was about to say I think it was more of an off day for Cobra than Lily won, but Cobra disappointed me because
again, let's be clear. Nobody really won.
Yeah, true.
Because they didn't really fight. They just kind of jumped on each other and rolled off the couch.
Yeah, it was almost like foreplay for Cobra.
No, let's not do that because that's not a pretty image.
I know that room stank after though.
Oh, that room smelled like old cheese after. That room smelled like Lunchables when they got done.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Damn, both of y'all? Okay, shit.
All right. Okay. All right. So I think that's it for Black Ink, I think.
No, we already talked about Charmaine, didn't we?
Yeah.
She dizzy. Good luck. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for Black Ink. So so let's move to Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Where the fuck do y'all want to begin?
Shit. Let's start with Alexis Sky or Alexis. What's her name? Star.
Yeah.
Alexis Sky. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alexis, do not care. Alexis, get them eyebrows the fuck together.
Because them eyebrows are clearly in two different destinations, and the GPS is rerouting, and I don't.
Her eyebrows have not been on the same page all season.
They damn near ain't on the same face, but whatever.
That's a fact.
When I was watching it though, I was like, okay, so roll the beautiful beam footage because I'm sorry.
How they managed to get everything else and didn't get that?
Didn't get that, and I don't believe that Alexis Sky didn't get her ass whooped by Moniece. I just don't believe it.
Crazy as fuck. I know she whooped her ass.
Exactly.
Moniece is like a little honey badger. Like you're not gonna tell me Alexis Sky beat up Moniece.
That's the first thing Zell said was like, I heard you got beat, and he
sure did. Zell is one messy ass zebra. He is messy as hell. Yeah. But I agree because I'm just like, if you really whooped her ass, we would know about it. Like, there's no way you would have made sure that it was captured on somebody's smart device.
You just living in the age where you could be in your basement fighting somebody, and somebody gonna pop out like World Star.
Exactly.
Like, she just went on social media not too long ago and was talking about Moniece's family and stuff. So full and fucking well, if they fought and she won, she would have went and she would have said something. Like Alexis.
Exactly. The only thing Alexis was saying is, I checked you. That's coded language for we got into an altercation and I left bruised, but I still want to talk shit. Because if you whooped her ass, you would have said, I whooped your ass and I will do it again.
And Alexis already don't seem like the type that will hold no punches if she feel like she in an advantageous situation. So now I fully believe Moniece whooped her ass.
Fully believe. Moniece is like, I was on the ground and so was her wig. So what's up?
Shit, them eyebrows too.
Them eyebrows, those are the
Her eyebrows are like Mimi's titties.
Okay.
Hard and uneven.
Exactly.
Because Mimi's titties, those are just, they look frozen and I'm so confused. Like, how you have cryogenic titties? Like, how does that even work?
All right, that's enough.
Mimi titties is hard as a Catholic priest dick on the playground.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Just saying, titties is hard. Somebody said, "Who paid to get bad plastic surgery?" And I was like, "Have you seen Love and Hip Hop?"
Have you watched the majority of the shows on VH1?
Exactly.
Pick one.
Right. Pick your poison. Pick your poison. Yeah.
Right.
I don't believe for one goddamn second that Moniece did not whoop Alexis' ass.
Okay, so but the interesting thing to me was, so we all agree that Moniece at the very least won. If she didn't whoop Alexis's ass, whatever happened, that she probably won. So how you riding high from that, and then you go to the album release party / I finally finished whatever rinky-dink mediocre ass music that I'm making party, and let Lyrica, looking like a motherfucking flaming hot Cheeto, read you down into the sediment. I'm confused. Like,
hey, the second week in a row that Lyrica done read a motherfucker for Phil.
And Moniece was just sitting there like, okay. Like, sis, if you got hands.
Primarily because I think Moniece knows she was wrong for how she came at Lyrica to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
because they were beefing over Masika, weren't they? Like everything is revolving around Masika. That is a coward if I've ever seen one.
Like me and Curtis were talking about this pregame, like how you strategically know every time that the motherfuckers that got beef with you ain't gonna be at said event.
Exactly, because every time. Because Lucci Wet Match, whatever his name is.
Wait.
His baby mama knew exactly where to find your ass, and you were where you were supposed to be. So how is it that that Alexis Sky can't never catch up with you? You got somebody giving you the motherfucking behind the scenes details so you can strategically be quote unquote heavy air quotes booked. If you don't get the fuck down, sit down somewhere with this bull, you a coward. And there ain't shit you can say about it that's gonna make us think that you're not a coward. Just say it. You scared to get your ass whooped. We can see it. Luckily for you, you got friends that'll fight for you.
Hey, but I feel like they gonna get tired of that shit because I feel Moniece already tired of that shit. Like,
in the preview for the next episode, it looked like they was all tired of that shit, and they all came together. It was like, none of us had a problem.
Until you motherfuckers got into it.
No, none of us have a problem. The problem, everything that's going on between the 50 of us, however many motherfuckers, is a whole lot of motherfuckers. All of our issue stems some way, somehow from Masika.
Right.
And they, that was in the preview. So next week, we're going to see if they're going to have a kumbaya moment, and then, they're going to pop up on Masika's ass. But, Ray,
oh, she got a pedicure when they pop up on her this time.
Right, and got them feet are clean.
Get her heels.
I hope them heels ain't hanging over the back of them shoes.
Them heels running over to the left. Oops, oh my. But my thing, so Mr. Ray. So Mr. Ray is the kind of gay that I don't fuck with and I can't respect, because I understand that this is a VH1 check and you trying to You trying to make a name for yourself. And I get it, sis. Like, you broke. Because that's the only excuse for you to be getting on this show and constantly going toe to toe with somebody that we all know will beat your ass. Because Zell will beat your ass. Zell will beat your ass and you will come out looking like motherfucking pot roast. Like, he will beat your ass. We get it. We know that. So, okay, you broke. But my thing is, I can't fuck with a gay or really a man that will go so hard against women. Like, you inserting yourself into this shit and then constantly fighting with these women. I wish they would have let Alexa Scott slap the shit out of him.
She did she? Or did they get her before she did it?
I thought they got her before
Nah, they stepped in.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Because it was twice she tried to come for his ass. Listen, when not Masika, Alexis read his ass down too, because she was calling him all kinds of bitches and fat, and I was like, woo, woo. But I'm like, how you fix your mouth up? Yeah, we gonna go because she said she was gonna slap me, and I want to see it happen. And I'm just like, sir, you don't need to be involved. Like, why are you being so messy? What are you getting out of this?
Yeah, like he. I don't even want to say low key hockey. He being even messier than Zell, and that's a feat.
And that is a feat because Zell is messier than a motherfucking man-witch.
All right.
I'm just saying, Zell is messier than carnival food. So,
Curtis.
I'm just saying, Zell literally is messier than a baby in a high chair. That motherfucker keeps some shit going.
He do. Zell is messier than a porta potty at Firefest. I just he messy.
Curtis.
Again, damn.
The point, you didn't lie, but that ain't the point.
That is the fucking point. Shit, he messy as fuck.
You gonna get us canceled, damn it.
Like, Firefest got canceled.
All right.
Listen, anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, Zell escaped from Madagascar and he is in LA being messy as fuck. That's all I'm saying, all right?
Hey, but you got a point though, because not only do Zell kill Ray will kill Ray physically, he with his words, he cut him down every goddamn interaction.
Can we talk about it? Because there's nothing worse than a gay who thinks he's shadier than he really is. Like, Ray, you are not witty. You're not shady. You need to sit your ass down. You need to sit your Thanksgiving turkey ass down before they drop your ass in some hot oil. Like, damn, sit down. You're doing all of this. You don't have the mouth to back it up. You don't have the hands to back it up. What good are you?
He just there for auxiliary. That's really it. He's there to be Zell's punching bag, because Zell, like it. I have never seen a more lopsided match than Serena Williams against Maria Sharapova.
And that's exactly what we're looking at. And it's sad because Mr. Ray is Zell's punching bag, but Zell looked like a punching bag in the face. So it's just like, you know.
Oh, it's dope.
Mr. Ray be like, you a ghetto bitch. And Zell be like, shut up, you fat sushi roll built motherfucker. I'll be like, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Like this ain't even fair.
Right. Shit. Zell
Like,
be reading him down. Zell be reading him down like he a guest on Ratchet Ramblings.
Right. He do. Cause like
Shit.
you're right, cause Candace, you're right, cause the only real thing that Ray can throw at him is like that Zell is ghetto, and Zell like, bitch, I know, and
we all know Zell ghetto, but guess what, Ray, you ghetto too. You just bougie with it.
Right. He a blavity black.
Oh, okay.
What? Too far? All right. Okay.
No,
cool.
that was just far enough because the accuracy is there.
Okay, cool. All right.
Definitely. But that whole scene was stupid, and it's just like, what point? There was no point in y'all going. Like, how did y'all got together and was like, we gonna roll up in this bitch like Destiny's Child? To some shit that we said we wasn't going to.
Hey, didn't Alexis have the old Destiny's Child hair though? Or am I tripping? Like, did she have like a little half braid, or am I tripping?
Who knows? They all raggedy, so
true. True. But so Let's see.
Destiny's Child and more like Karma Stillborn. Them motherfuckers look terrible.
Oh no!
Oh no,
Yeah.
baby, what you doing?
I mean, it's true. They rolled up. Destiny's Child was lofty. Maybe black.
Boom like an 808, because Ray built like the Ray built like the Zero.
702.
No, let's not do that because 702 gave us a lot, and one of them died. Or maybe
one of them died.
No, I think it was whichever one of them is a twin. I think the twin died.
Oh,
okay.
Okay, well, I'll take that back. We won't count 702.
We won't count 702 is linked to Missy, so
yeah, my bad.
But yeah, they really rolled up like it was gonna be the Lose My Breath video, and y'all were the ones that lost y'all's breath. So I'm just confused on what the point was.
Speaking of a point, who need their ass whooped? Hazel Lee.
Yeah.
Nazel Lee need her ass whooped.
Real bad.
She do. Like, first of all, Hazel, for you to be rolling up into Miss Nikki Baby's event with that Dina Jones ass wig, the disrespect on that, and then you show up. Let me say this about Hazel Lee. That nose.
Terrible.
First of all, we know that she can smell the Christmas ham cooking today. First of all.
She know what we all had for dinner today. She smelled it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Second of all,
you can smell the Zaxby's in my kitchen right now.
Listen, she can smell the Popeyes in mine. Second of all, that nose, like, she could have her own arc. Like, she could save the planet because she has the real estate. But that's besides the point. That whole situation with Tierra Marie, I didn't like that. I didn't like the way either they presented it or the way they edited it, because it's clear that Tierra Marie has a problem, but the way that Hazel came at her and the way that they put it together to exacerbate the problem, and it's like, her drinking don't have nothing to do with the fact that you deserve that ass whooping that she's trying to deliver.
Didn't I say something similar last week? Like, I believe she might have a problem, but I don't believe she's like some out of control alcoholic like they keep trying to paint her.
Right. She took one shot and she was being civil to you. You were the one that took it there talking about you deserve violence because you walked away from me. Let me tell you something. Anybody that tells you that you deserve violence for some petty ass bullshit, pay that violence bill. Give them what they desire. Give them what they seek. Because let's be absolutely clear. Hazel, you're going to get your ass beat. There's no way you're going to win against no Tierra Marie. It's just not in the cards for you, sis.
What I want. Oh, go ahead.
Hazel should be able to sniff when a hurricane coming. That bitch nose is really big.
That's a big ass nose.
What I want Nazel E to stop at pretending is like her issue with Tierra is deeper than what it is. Like, it don't have her issue with Tierra, which shouldn't be no fucking issue, but it's Nazel fucking E. Her issue with Tierra stem way back from season 1 when Young Bird trash ass told her that Tierra allegedly gave him head. That's what the fuck that's what the fuck she mad about Tierra for. Beef from a nigga that didn't even claim you from season goddamn 1. It ain't got shit to do with Tierra problems or nothing. She's mad over some dick that lied or allegedly said that Tierra did something with them over season fucking 1 and they didn't claim her. I wish Nazel would stop fucking lying, because she not smart enough for her issue with Tierra to be that deep.
Right. And let's be very clear. You already losing off jump, Hazel, because you fighting over a nigga that's built like a prepubescent. Oh, I can't even say it. It's so shady. So you automatically lose. But with that situation, I also didn't like how Nikki, she didn't check Hazel for basically.
She tried to put it all on Tierra.
Yeah, like basically Golden Tierra. Like if anybody said the shit that she was saying to Tierra, they would have launched at her ass too.
Right.
And then Hazel is trash after Tierra left, talking about, yeah, because she was drunk and she be drinking. It was like, okay, but you be sniffing, so you shut your ass up.
You be sniffing.
All right. You need to get out of what Hazel needs to do is just go to the police station and apply to be a canine dog. Like,
that's enough.
All right.
You know what? That was mean. I take that back. That was mean.
I mean, you didn't lie.
That was mean spirited, though.
It was true.
Yeah, it was absolutely true.
Y'all ain't shit.
I mean, you're right. Huh? Yeah, we ain't. But so shit. Speaking of Tierra, what do y'all think of the surprise intervention that they brought her to?
I think Tierra is the wrong one to try that shit on.
Yeah, ain't none of that shit gonna end well.
And she gonna pop off like a motherfucking firecracker. From the previews, it looked like she was sitting in the back of that truck, letting everybody have it.
Right.
I hope she beat everybody's ass.
She was like, I got enough for all of you bitches. I don't get tired. I'm built for this. Fuck all of y'all. And that's really gonna damage her relationship with DA or AD, whatever her name is.
AD ain't had no business doing that.
Nope. She really didn't. Yeah, because Nikki and Moniece, they conspired. They put aside whatever differences they had and was like, we got to come together like Voltron for the greater good of Tierra. And I get it, trying to do an intervention, but that just
a surprise intervention at that.
When you have, interventions are usually a surprise. I get it, but when you have somebody that already has damaged relationships with the people trying to intervene, and then that that is somebody that pops off, you got to find a different way. That surprise shit, that's not gonna work
at all.
It's just not. It's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
But speaking of Moniece, like we said earlier, I do believe that whatever altercation, I feel like she was the victor. If by a slight margin, fine. But I feel like she was the victor in whatever happened between her and Alexa Sky. But Moniece, she needs to get it the fuck together, because how in the hell is Stevie Mackey your cousin and you out here fighting with bitches over a scary bitch? You don't even have issue with these bitches and you fighting them, and Stevie Mackey is your cousin. Stevie Mackey makes J-Lo sound halfway decent.
Correct.
So imagine what he could do with you. Granted, you have them flotation devices on your chest. That's okay. You look like the other lady from the other show we were talking about. The titties are a little bit too big for your frame, but whatever. But if my cousin was like a renowned vocal coach, you couldn't tell me shit. And it's not like Moniece don't have a voice. I mean, now granted, that shit was, that voice was, full of struggle. That she definitely was giving us, some hashtag that plate vocals. But
oh shit.
My point is, you see who her cousin is. Like, she could give you a vocal, but you running around with all this stupid shit. I don't get it. Like we were saying earlier, Jeremy, like some of these people on these shows actually have resources and don't use them. I don't get it.
That's why it was so funny that Lyrica read her down, but Lyrica kind of was in the same boat as her. Like Lyrica was out here harping and hooting and hollering about A1 not coming through, but it's like, you got connections. If you can't wait on your husband, use your connections. You don't wrote on Grammy winning songs for Grammy winning artists. If A1 take it too long, use your connections or do it without that nigga. Same thing with Moniece. Like, your goddamn cousin is a renowned vocal coach. you shouldn't have time to be up here fighting over Masika's battles and shit. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that shit. Let her fall on the sword on her own. You get your career together. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that shit. If you got some business, handle it. Like, use your resources.
But you know, when you worried about the wrong shit.
Well, I mean, it is. I mean, Moniece is also the same person that once dated Rich Dollar. So you know.
Oh, ooh, damn. Mm.
I mean, so you know, it's. I mean, what are you gonna do? Oh,
that's true.
Yeah, I'm not out on Moniece because she's an idiot in general. Like, she is one of the queens self-sabotage on that goddamn show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whenever she got some good going, she got to do some shit to fuck it up. She can't plant her feet in something good. She got something good going with AD. She got AD mixed up in her bullshit with Tierra. Like, she could be doing something better musically. She too busy trying to fight Alexis Sky over Masika. Like, girl, go raise your goddamn kid. Try to put out a single and calm them titties down.
Yes.
Right.
Them some travel around the world in 80 days ass titties. Like, golly. It's just too much. It's just a little too much. Who else is on this show?
Is there anything else we needed to talk about at length?
We didn't talk about Brooke and Booby. Because Ray J and Prince, their storyline doesn't interest me at all. Like, I actually fast forwarded through that part because I wasn't interested. I mean, I get it; it's cute, but I feel like that y'all can do that off camera. That you're not adding anything.
It's not giving us theater.
It's not. But what did give me a little bit of theater is Brooke Valentine showing up to the party with that Eon Flux ass wig.
Hey, Curtis, what? Curtis.
What?
Well, I mean, in fairness, he didn't lie. In fairness,
he didn't lie, but still, goddamn.
Listen, I'm just making observations. That's all I'm doing, y'all. I just make observations. I call it like I see it.
I mean, you're right, but still. But Brooke get on my goddamn nerves so much.
What does she do? I don't understand what. And you know, Brooke, the whole thing with Brooke and Booby, not Booby. Booby is okay this season. He's doing all right. He's trying to get his music, but Brooke is really just disappointed me even more because as a Houston native, born and raised, still living in Houston, to see you on TV looking the fuck stupid, that hurts my heart because you don't need to be out here looking stupid. And I'm confused because Brooke Valentine, even though you only had one hit, we know who the fuck you are. Why are you the only bitch that's not in the fucking studio?
Hey.
No. She too busy. She too busy playing reindeer games with her estranged married nigga that she was fucking.
Right, bald headed ass reindeer games at that. Not even the reindeers don't even have wigs. They bald. Like, bitch, what are you doing?
I need Brooke to make up her mind. Either she done with Marcus or not.
Right. Either you gonna fuck Booby or you not. What is
right?
Pick one.
Is it Uchi Wallet or One Mic? Yes or no? Because
let's talk about A1 with that A1 shade. When they walked up, he was like, boo boo. A booba. I was like, okay.
Hey, they really be playing the fuck out of Booby.
I mean, but let's be clear and let's be honest about the situation. You grown as fuck, dog, still going by Booby. We know your government name. You played in the fucking NBA.
That's true.
You don't need to go by Booby.
That's
like
true.
If I met him and he introduced himself to me as Booby, I'm gonna be like, it's nice to meet you, Daniel. I'm not calling you no motherfucking Booby. Are you stupid?
Hey, call that nigga his whole government.
Daniel Gibson, what did you do?
Like, are you crazy? Like, why? Booby.
Nigga named Booby, dog.
Nigga named Boogie.
And let's talk about, and Booby. So here's the thing about Booby, because Booby is not exactly ugly, but at the same time, he kind of looks like a hood Guy Fawkes mask in the face.
He kind of he like a male version of Miko Grimes. Like, he not ugly, but the nigga do kind of look like a reindeer in the face.
Yeah. He got a very, I don't.
He looked like
Grass.
All right. Okay. All right.
I mean, he does his face. I don't know. It's just very geometrical to me. He reminds me, like the way, like his chin is very pointy. He reminds me of like one of the Decepticons when they transform, and you know how their chin be real pointy.
His chin like Starscream.
Right. You know, he got that
Boobius Prime. I also think what it is like Booby, like low key, kind of like, cause it ain't but like a couple of niggas on the show that's worth a damn. Like what we got, Booby, and he a recovering cheating ass nigga. It's Booby, A1, kind of sort of together,
kind of sort of.
Shit, Ray J by a thread. And I'm using thread loosely. Shit, I can't think of nobody else on the show that's worth a damn.
Cause it ain't.
I'm just glad we don't have to look at Cisco no more.
I hope they don't bring him back no more. I hope
not either, because Cisco truly looks like, when you watch him,
like a hog mug.
He looked like white porn when they pull a foreskin back, and I'm just like, oh.
Hey Candace, I was live tweeting from the show page Monday, and when Monique called that nigga Uncle Fester, I was howling. I had to answer like, hey, everybody call this nigga Uncle Fester.
Because that's what he looked like. He looked like a fested ass, uncircumcised, pink ass dick.
Oh man, he is so goddamn trash. Oh, he is so fucking trash. I hate that nigga with every fiber of my body. I really do. I ain't think I could hate a love and hip hop person as much as I do Cisco. He is every argument on Twitter started by Ashy Twitter rolled up into one ugly ass package.
That is correct.
He is every lady's question given human life. God, I hate that.
Cisco looked like he smelled like old Hot Pockets, so that's that.
Okay, all right.
He probably is. He act like he do look like a Hot Pocket.
He do. I was just about to say, you know, he looked like some frozen Jamaican beef patties or something.
Like a Hot Pocket that's been in the freezer too long.
No, you know what Cisco looked like? Cisco looks like those Smuckers
hey, pouches, I know exactly what you
of peanut butter and jelly that they was trying to sell at one point. Hey. That's what he looked like.
Hey, you gotta go.
Oh, that's okay. All right. Too much? Cool. Thanks for having me, guys. I don't know what to say when both of y'all be like, it's too, like, damn. I mean, shit.
Hey, all right. So I think that's it. I can't think of anything else that we need to address because I think we pretty much talked about everything.
Everything we're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, I would say everything.
Oh, did Lyrica get a stylist, bitch?
Get a different stylist, because clearly Zell don't like you.
Yeah. Bitch, you really look like Lyrica. If you ever stumble upon this podcast, bitch, you look like 2005.
You don't need your hair and your outfit do not need to match in color.
Your hair, you don't need that hair. Stop shaving that fucking like a soft shave. Like, grow that shit out.
And stop wearing so much fucking orange. Shit, looking like some Popeye spicy chicken. Bitch, what the fuck? Golly.
Who Lyrica remind me of? She remind me of Sinclair from Living Single. Or how she dressed.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Too far? All right, cool. Okay.
You know what? We're not gonna do that because that's disrespectful to Sinclair. Because at least she was a free spirit. Lyrica ain't got no excuse.
You know what? You're right. You absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That was disrespectful to Sinclair.
Lyrica don't have no excuse to be out here constantly dressed like motherfucking baby carrots and shit. We don't need that.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right, Curtis. You know what? You're right. You're right.
Sinclair is a legend. I mean, she dressed like a hobo, but she was a legend.
Yeah, she is. She don't deserve that. You're right. That's my fault. You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. So I think with that we can. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else of importance we need to talk about. Curtis, my man, thank you so much for joining us. This has been absolutely a blast.
No, thank you for having me. Like I said, I like coming onto shows where I can just talk cash shit. I don't have to read no script or try to keep the conversation on track. I can just say, well, I didn't say everything that came on my mind because, like I said, I didn't want nobody calling me problematic because I definitely was about to say something racist. But I appreciate y'all for having me. I like the show. I fuck with what y'all doing. I fuck with y'all. So I was happy to be here and chop it up with y'all.
Yeah, it's all love. Real like for the one time, let the people know where they can find you, where they can find your podcast, and give the people any parting words that you want to import to the people.
Yeah, like I said earlier, you can find me pretty much on all social media as Trillificent, and my show is Gay Side Stories. That's on all social media, spelled how it sounds, all one word. And you can go to my website, gaysidestories.com. That'll link you to everything as well.
Candace, you got any closing words?
I just want to thank Curtis for coming through. It was a pleasure. We got to have you back when we do our Ratchet recap for the after the reunions. And yeah, go check out any previous podcasts. Go check us out on Gay Side Stories. Follow us on Twitter. We live tweet the shows on Monday and Wednesdays. Follow us on Twitter as well.
Except football wise, we don't give a fuck about that shit.
No.
I don't give a. It don't even exist to me no more.
Yeah, because I don't think I'm going to tune in for nothing.
I don't have anything else left, and they talking about the season finale coming up. How y'all ain't give us shit to work with?
I was about to say,
5 episodes.
Nigga, how the fuck you have a season finale and you ain't even had a season?
Because Michael Vick was like, pack this shit up.
Yeah, I think so. Michael Vick was like,
we going back to Virginia while you out here bullshitting.
Right.
Speaking of, let me just say, point of clarification that I didn't say earlier because I was too busy laughing. I was not. Listeners, everybody on CSPN listening to this, I was not shading Candace's mom for wearing white diamonds.
That was great.
I was shading Ashley because she looked like she wear white diamonds.
I'm shading her. I'm shading my mama. I gotta get that white diamond. I can't deal with that shit.
Oh God!
I walked by her dress. The fuck is she doing with white diamonds?
Oh man!
But no, that was a great moment. My mom, she a good sport. She laughed her ass off. But yeah, this a good episode. I can't wait to go back and listen to it. And like I said, please go check out the Gay Side Stories.
Yeah, Curtis is doing great work.
He's doing some good work, and he's allowing cisgender cishet people to come into the space and give their thoughts and views on things, and that's kind of an honor because really the gay and trans community don't need our goddamn opinions on nothing unless they ask for it.
If we be honest,
listen, because
we be loud and wrong as fuck
a lot.
Well, I mean, that's true, but at the same time, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. We don't.
Since y'all mentioned it,
since
you brought it up.
Hey, for a minute, Curtis, like he was gonna say it. He was like, yeah, no.
I mean, that's true, but to be fair, within the community, it'd be a whole lot of motherfuckers that's loud and wrong, and that's some of the conversations that I try to highlight. Like with pansexuality when I had Side Eye Special on.
Yeah, that was dope. Shout out to Side Eye. That was dope as fuck.
And when I had the episode about bisexuality when one of my good friends was on the show. So don't get it twisted. We got a lot of issues within the community too. So that's some of the things that I try to tackle on the show. So
but keep it up, my brother, and we we will be supporting you.
Always.
Appreciate y'all. Likewise, I fucks with y'all the long way and the short.
My man.
On good big days and the bad ones.
Hey. So with that, I think we're gonna close out. Listen to Gay Side Stories, listen to Ratchet Ramblings. Shit, I'm gonna do promo for both shows. Find both shows however you find your podcasting and share with your friends. Leave reviews, comments, and let us know. Let it be known how you feel, how you support the show and stuff, and we appreciate it. This has been episode 8.
And shout out to Dan from Crown and College, by the way, too.
Yeah, Dan, we love you.
Yeah, I love that nigga sometimes. I'm joking. I love that nigga. But yeah, so we will holler at y'all next week, and we will have more Ratchet Ramblers for y'all, and we are out.